If the animal kingdom had a fight club, elephants would be undefeated. No predator on land is able to take them down alone. We're talking 6 tons of power, tusks that can gore a rhino, and a mind smart enough to remember enemies for decades. 6 tons of power sounds impressive on paper, but it's what they can do with that size that makes them even more terrifying. An elephant can snap a tree like a twig, flip over a car, and crush anything unlucky enough to be in the way. Their tusks aren't just for show either. They're daggers made of solid ivory. And the scariest part is, they're not even slow. An angry elephant can charge at 25 miles per hour, which is faster than Usain Bolt at his peak. Now think about that for a second. 6 tons of muscle coming at you faster than the fastest human alive. There's no outrunning it, no dodging it, no hiding behind a tree because they'll just knock that down too. And unlike a predator that gets tired after a sprint, elephants can keep that speed up long enough to flatten anything in their path. It's like being chased by a freight train that actually wants to kill you. And here's the thing people don't realize. Elephants are basically wearing armor. Their skin can be over an inch thick in places. That means claws, teeth, even most predators' best shots don't even scratch them. And it's not just thickness. It's tough but flexible, so it doesn't tear easily. Can you imagine trying to bite through a tire? That's what a lion's up against when it even thinks about testing an elephant. So you'd expect an animal this big to just rely on muscle for everything, right? Not really. Elephants are crafty. They don't just walk through the forest, they reshape it. If there's a fallen tree in their path, they'll shove it out of the way like they're clearing their own highway. They've been seen picking up sticks and using them as tools to scratch places their trunk can't reach, or even swatting away flies. And when food is out of reach, they'll stack objects, drag things into position, and basically build their own step stool. That's problem solving right there. But it goes even further. Elephants have been caught on camera plugging up watering holes with branches or dirt to keep other animals from drinking until they're gone. That's some insane strategy, basically thinking several moves ahead. And it's why they're one of the smartest animals on the whole planet. You can see it in the way they interact with the world around them. Instead of just reacting to problems, they think them through. An elephant will remember a spot where water was found even decades later and walk straight back to it like they've got Google Maps built into their head. And their memory isn't limited to just survival. They remember faces too. There are stories of elephants recognizing people they met years before and reacting completely differently depending on whether that person was kind to them or cruel. One of the things that shock me most about elephants is how they communicate. It's not just trumpeting through their trunks. They actually talk to each other in sounds so low we can't even hear them. Other elephants then pick it up with their feet. Yes, you heard it right. They can feel the vibrations. Like a secret signal system using just their feet, they can warn each other about predators and call family from miles away without making a sound to the human ear. It's like they've got their own private channel that no one else can tap into. And then you've got the tusks, the most obvious weapon they carry around, but people underestimate just how versatile they are. These things are giant spears made of solid ivory. They can use them to rip through tree trunks, dig up roots, and smash through obstacles. When it comes to fighting another elephant, those tusks can turn brutal. They'll clash like gladiators, driving those ivory blades into each other with enough force to shatter bone. It's a built-in arsenal that never runs out of ammo, and it makes every charge even more terrifying. Tusks alone are insane, but when you realize what the rest of that body can do, it almost doesn't feel real. This is a perfect example. Just watch as this elephant effortlessly shoves a 1-ton rhino around like nothing, almost like a year 11 picking on a year 7 in school. But just wait what happens when that raw force meets anything humans build. It is able to hook a tusk under a bumper or put its shoulder into the side of a vehicle, and the thing tips over like you pushed a shopping cart. People talk about strength as a number on a scale, but this is different. It is applied force and leverage and momentum working together, so a single shove becomes total destruction. At this point, it's just unfair, because what's supposed to beat an elephant? You can't outrun it, you can't outfight it, and you can't even outsmart it since it can literally plan ahead and use tools. And when all else fails, it'll just toss your car or flatten whatever's in the way. There's really no way of surviving unless you've got a rocket launcher in your pocket, which would probably damage it. And that's why elephants really are the final boss of nature. Their size makes them untouchable, but when you add the intelligence, the communication, and the sheer power behind every move, it feels unfair. And if there's one creature that proves nature knows how to build perfection, it's the elephant. Just maybe not in terms of looks. But hey, you don't need looks when you've got the brains, the power, and the respect of everyone around you. And let's be real, I just earned your respect too. So subscribe, and maybe you'll see more cool animal videos like this again. And maybe comment which animal you want to see next.